everyone, this video is going to be a what's in my cupboard edition. So I'm hoping to show you that what's in a vegan cupboard to a regular cupboard isn't that different. And also, just a disclaimer, my girlfriend still isn't completely vegan, so there's a few non-vegan things inside the cupboard. Hope you enjoy the video. So let's just begin with the top. As you can see, at the top of our cupboard we have mostly milks and a few other bits. First of all, we have these poppadoms. So we always get the cook at home poppadoms. You don't need to fry them, you can put them in the microwave for literally 30 seconds and they're a lot healthier option. And as you can see, mostly on the top shelf is milk and breakfast things. So let me just show you what we have. In terms of the breakfast things, we have this muesli that we don't really have that often, but it's good to have whenever we fancy some. And we have some porridge oats for making porridge, which we keep in this container here, so they are just a sort of stock up pile for when the tub runs out. In terms of all the milks we have quite a few, and a handy thing about being vegan is the milks you buy don't need to go in the fridge until they've been opened, so you can stock up on all your favourite milks when you're at the shop and keep them in the cupboard until you need to use them. We have got 2 soy milks in just now. We normally have a few more, but we've used quite a lot recently, so we'll need to get some more. We always get the unsweetened one, just because I think it's a bit healthier without that added sugar. And these ones are from Aldi, and these are only 50p, which is so good value for money. So next we have this Alpro hazelnut milk, which I've not had in a very long time, and I cannot wait to try this again. We just got this, I think it was on Ocado or something, it was really good. And we have these 2 milks here. So these are by Oatly. They're chocolate oat drinks, and I absolutely love these heated up with some cinnamon or nutmeg in them. They're so nice, and I absolutely love Oatly. It is the best. So we have 2 of them just now. And we have 2 rather exciting milks, or at least I think they're exciting. So this one here is her tiger nut milk. So it's our horchata, which I think is just a type of milk, I'm not quite sure. So I got this in Whole Foods, and I can't wait to try this one. I have no idea what it's going to taste like, or if it'll be nice in coffee or whatever. We shall see. And then we have this one here. As you can see, it's reduced. Got that for 80p in Holland & Barrett. So this is a macadamia nut milk. I've not tried this, but macadamias are one of my favourite nuts, so I cannot wait to see what this is like. I really hope it's nice. So most of the milks I get are from just the local shops, so Tesco, Asda, Aldi. You can get them near enough everywhere. The 2 at the front are obviously a bit special, and I got them in Whole Foods and Holland & Barrett, but having vegan alternatives to dairy are really easy and simple to get in your local store. Another thing I have on the top of the cupboard is this Alpro custard, this vegan custard, which I've yet to try, but I'm really intrigued as to how it tastes. I'm hoping that's really nice. And this was really good buy. This was under £1 in Asda, so we shall see how that is. We have the next cupboard. As you can see, this cupboard's a bit of a mess. If anyone has any tips on how to organise this cupboard, because I don't know if you can see that, but there's tons of seeds and nuts in the back, and I just don't know what to do with them. So if you guys have any good ideas of how to rearrange this, please let me know in the comments below. We have some pine nuts, which we love having in pasta and salads. They're so good. So we have some natural soy protein chunks. I got these at Holland & Barrett. I've tried them once and they're okay, but I haven't really experimented a lot with them. They're dried and you basically just hydrate them in some water and it makes soy pieces. And this whole bag, which I don't know if you can see the size of it, it's really big. This was only like over £1, so it's really good. Then we have some crunchy peanut butter. I am obsessed with peanut butter, so we always have these big tubs because they last longer than the normal ones. Still not that long, but it's essential for me. And here is the craziness that is behind the peanut butter. So, what are these? Hemp seeds? Yeah. hemp seeds. Oh no, the lid's open. These are pumpkin seeds. Then we have some popcorn seeds, so we make our own popcorn, and that means we can just put exactly what we want on it and we know what's in it. Then we have some poppy seeds. This is a dried shiitake mushroom. I literally think there's one left in there. And we have some pistachios, more hemp seeds, some brown rice, some sultanas or raisins, I'm not quite sure. I think they're sultanas. Some wasabi peas, some sesame seeds, some cashew nuts, and up here we have some lentils just in a Ziploc bag to keep fresh, and I have some kombu seaweed. So this is really good for, as it says, salt alternatives. So it has a nice salty seaweedy taste I really like, and if you're trying to cut down salt, which I definitely am because I absolutely love salt and I know it's not good for me, so I'm trying to limit as much as possible, and this is really good for substituting as a healthy alternative. And then I have this Thai Pangnam curry, which is vegan, and it only takes 15 minutes to make, and it is so easy and tastes delicious. So I like having some quick things in the cupboard when we don't have a lot of time to cook, and this is definitely one of them. As I said already, there's a few things in here that aren't vegan because my other half still is transitioning and we're not going to throw it out. So she has some stuff here. And in terms of our tins, we don't have that many, but we just generally don't have a lot of room in our kitchen just now, so we can't really afford the space in terms of buying loads of tins. But we have some tinned tomatoes, just the essential ones, some cannellini beans, and some red kidney beans. Also have some green Thai curry paste, and this I think is exciting. So these are called hearts of palms. The reason I got these are because they're 25p, and I've never tried them before, so I thought I'd give them a go. I had a little look online, and there seems to be a lot of fish alternative vegan recipes using this ingredient, like crab cakes, etc. So I'm definitely going to experiment and see how these taste. And moving on to the bottom shelf. So this shelf is mainly herbs and spices and sort of miscellaneous cooking things. Let me just show you what we have. So we have some creamed coconut sachets. So I've read that these are just the same as coconut milk, it's just concentrated, and it works out so much cheaper than buying tins of coconut milk. So we just got this. This is like £1.50 for 4 sachets, which is really good because that's equivalent of 4 cans of coconut milk, I think. And this is just one. This is what it looks like when it's open, so it's just like hard coconut flesh basically. And we have another nut butter. So this is by Pippin Nut, and it's the coconut and almond butter one. I absolutely love almond butter, but it's normally quite expensive. I managed to get this at a vegan fair for only £6, and it's so good because this is normally about £18, which is ridiculous for just nut butter, but £6 is pretty good. And then we have nutritional yeast. So this I think is like a vegan must-have. Every vegan I know has nutritional yeast and loves it. So inside, not gonna lie, it sort of looks like fish food. It's like flakes, but it has a really strong cheesy flavour, and it's packed with vitamin B12. I've heard that the one with the grey lid doesn't have the added B12, so it's always good to get the one with the extra vitamins, especially being a vegan needing B12. So this is really good. And we have my liquid aminos, which as I explained in my pho recipe taste test video. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave the link above. So this is a sort of soy sauce alternative, slightly better for us. And this is a new addition, so this is liquid smoke. And if you smell this bottle, it literally smells like a barbecue. It smells amazing, and it just gives your food such a nice smoky taste. And one of my all-time favourite smells in the whole entire world is sesame oil. It smells insane. It's so nice. If this was like a bath oil, I would literally put it on every night. It's so good. This is really good in like Asian cooking. That's mainly what I use it for. Now I try not to use a lot of oil when I fry. Now I use just water mainly, but sometimes when I need some oil for anything in particular, we have this fry light, which is like a 1 cal spray, and it's just a coconut oil. Next we have this powdered peanut butter. So this is really good for in smoothies and on top of smoothie bowls and porridge and things, especially if you want a smooth texture, and I always use crunchy peanut butter. So it's good if you want something to be nice and smooth. And it also has 85% less fat, so if you're trying to reduce your fat intake, this is a really good alternative. I got this at Tiki Maxx. I think it was like £3, so it wasn't too expensive, and it's lasted so long. It's not got too much left, to be honest. Okay, and now we have some rice vinegar. So if you saw my food haul from Ocado, you'll see that I got that in Ocado. And I just use this for sushi basically, that's the only thing. And yeah, it tastes really nice. And next we have some mirin. Mirin is a Japanese rice wine, I believe, and it's used in quite a lot of Japanese cooking, and as I love Asian and Japanese cooking, this is quite an essential thing for me. We have this here. This just came with a curry set, like the one up above that's hidden in the back now. But we don't really want it spicy. My other half doesn't really like spicy food, so I left this out and I'll use it for something else that I'm having just on my own. So in the back we have quite a lot of miscellaneous things. So we have this that we got in Greece, which is I don't know how to say it, garmista mix. It's basically a Greek dish that's spiced rice inside a pepper. So we got this when we were on holiday and it tastes really nice. We've also got this for making tzatziki, which is a sort of yogurt dip, but I just use soya yogurt now, and it tastes exactly the same and it tastes so fresh, especially with salads. Then we have a selection of stock cubes. Not all of them are vegan, there's some chicken ones there as you can see, which my girlfriend just uses until we get rid of them. We've got quite a lot, I don't really know why. And the last two things we have in the bottom, except from the herbs and spices, are stuffing. So we have this Paxo sage and onion one. Yeah, so this is vegan as well, so it just shows that you can have Sunday roast just as normal, obviously minus this, and have something alternative. But in terms of stuffing and things like that, there's loads of normal brands that actually are accidentally vegan, such as this one. And I got this stuffing as well. This was reduced to 50p and it just sounded so good. It's cranberry and clementine, which you can't see from that label. And this is vegan as well, and it tastes so nice and fruity. Okay, so here is the absolute mess, which is all my herbs and spices. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've also got a herb rack down here, herb and spice rack down here, but it doesn't have all the herbs and spices that I need, and I use a lot of different ones, so that's why it takes up the vast majority of this bottom shelf. So let me just run through what they are and what exactly I use them for. So first we have some black pepper. We actually have a pepper mill now, so don't use this all too often, but it's just good in case the whole peppercorns run out. Next I have some cumin, which I use quite a lot in Asian cooking. So next is turmeric. This is so good for you and it's full of antioxidants and it's really healthy for you. I use this in quite a lot of things, to be honest, but mainly Asian cooking, and sometimes even on my porridge and things if I'm having a savoury porridge. So this is juniper berries. I haven't used them yet, but I'm going to, well, I'm planning to put them in some G&Ts to make some fancy looking cocktails basically. Next we have some mixed spice. So I mainly use this one for when I'm making my chai tea. This is garlic, my absolute favourite. I normally use fresh garlic, but if I can't be bothered cutting some up or crushing it, I just use this for quick mix. Next we have some chipotle chili flakes, which are so nice and they're so smoky. They are a bit spicy, but they're not too bad, so I definitely recommend giving these a try if you like a bit of spice in your food. And these are just chili flakes, so I got these before the chipotle ones. They don't have nice flavour. They're more just a bit spicy, as the chipotle is nice and smoky. So I haven't used these in quite some time. So next we have some star anise. The only thing I really use this for is my chai tea. So this is smoked paprika. And we have nutmeg. This is something else I absolutely love the smell of. It smells amazing. And I have this anything from in my chocolate milk, as I spoke already, to my chai teas and my porridge, my smoothies. It is so good. I love nutmeg. Next we have cardamom pods. This is literally the only thing I use for is for my chai tea. This is my ground coriander. I really love the fresh one, but this is quite good when I don't have fresh coriander in. As I said before, I love coriander, even though loads of people have something against it. Then we have some basil, pretty self-explanatory. This one here, curry powder, obviously just use this for whenever making curries or anything like that. Cloves, again, this is only really for my chai tea. So this, I'm not quite sure if everyone will know what this is. It's shichimi powder. So it's a Japanese pepper, I believe. And it's sort of like a Japanese five spice in a way, because it's got sesame seeds and zest of fruit and things in it as well. Let me see. Yeah, red chili peppers, black sesame seeds, Japanese Shancho pepper. So it's really nice, and it's got a nice, really nice taste. I love this on top of my sushi, or just anything really that I want a bit of space and a different texture. And the last one is garam masala. So I use this quite a lot in Indian and Asian cooking, and it has quite a nice taste as well, and especially when you're making something sort of tandoori style, this is really good flavour for that. So as you can see, I've got quite a lot. I tried to arrange them in sort of the popularity, I guess, of how much I use them. So the nutmeg and the chipotle chili flakes are near enough always in the front. This doesn't need to be in the front. Neither is this. So does the garlic, the turmeric, smoked paprika, and the coriander. Where's the smoked paprika gone? There we go. So these are probably the 6 out of the jars up here that I use most often, and I just keep them at the front so I don't have to knock everything over trying to find them. So our other cupboard that has all our dry food in it is this one here. This one is even more messy than the last one, but it does have a bit of a logic. So up here, I'm not going to really show you because it's basically just baking things. We don't bake that often, but we've got some flour. As you can see there, we've got some cocoa powder, and this is coconut sugar. Oh no, it's so full. Yeah, that's just basically all our baking things. And in this middle one is the sort of carb shelf, I guess. So let me just pull some things out and I'll show you what we have. So we have some of these ready to wok noodles that are really easy to do. They literally cook in a matter of a minute. We have some whole wheat pasta here. We have these rather odd looking noodles. These are edamame noodles from a company called Natural Earth, Mother Earth, I'm not quite sure. They look really odd, but they're quite nice. We also have some rice noodles. We actually have quite a lot of noodles in. I don't really know why that is. Then we have more pasta, pizzini pasta, then more of the cook at home poppadoms, and these here. So let me just explain what these are in case some people have never had these before. These are rice paper wrappers. These are Vietnamese, and these are used for making summer rolls. So summer rolls are a sort of raw spring roll, and they're so delicious and easy to do. They're such a good snack or a lunchtime option, and they're totally vegan. Also in terms of carbs, we have some rice. So I think this is paella rice. We have some giant couscous. We have some quinoa. We have a big bag of sushi rice that has not got that much in it. More quinoa. Risotto rice. And what's this? more risotto rice as well. And that's basically just pasta there as well. So this bottom is probably, or maybe the most exciting for some people. So this is snacks. So this box here is literally just a shoebox. I used it because everything kept on falling out and it was an absolute nightmare. So we have some coconut flour, which is part of the bacon shelf, but as you can see, that is so full it won't fit up. So let me just climb on the worktop. So there might be a few non-vegan snacks in here because Holly obviously has some food in here as well. So we have these that we're going to use at the weekend but we didn't. These are just tortilla chips. I have this vegan cake which is from Everfresh. Yep. And it's fig and orange and it's so nice and it's so fresh. It's delicious. And then we have this bag of sweet potato crackers type things. We have some callo rice crackers. Or rice cakes, I guess. We have a few gummy sweets. I'm not sure if these are vegan, but sweets, everyone knows what they are. We have this gorgeous vegan chocolate we got when we were at Centre Park. So it's espresso and it's by Seed and Bean, which I think is a Devonshire company. I don't know, but it's UK based anyway. Then we have these Naked Posh Bites, which are cocoa mandarin, and they're so good, they just taste like chocolate orange. Oh, I didn't even know we had these. These are amazing. So these are ape. These are basically crispy bits of coconut that have been dried, and these are pepper and spice. So it's a savoury coconut, which I think is so odd because I'm always used to having it as a sweet thing, but these taste delicious. I have the smoking edamame mix, which is by Food Doctor. This is good for putting on top of salads and just generally having a snack on. Then I have these that I've not tried yet. These are, oh no, I think I have tried these. So these are, no, I haven't tried them, they're closed. These are from Vegans. These are coconut chips that are smoky. So I got these in TK Maxx for £1, so I thought I would just give them a go and see how they are. Then we have this licorice. I'm not a big fan of licorice, but this just tastes like raspberry to me. I can't really taste the licorice at all, which is good, and it's completely natural, and it is from a company called Panda. So I just got these out of Holland & Barrett. They weren't expensive either. And then we just have random bars. So this is one from Aldi. It's called Beyond Organic Fruit and Nut Bar. It's a cacao one, and it is vegan and it's cold pressed. I've not tried this yet, but hopefully it is nice. Oh, Beyond. Okay, I thought it was Beyond. And we have these sort of miscellaneous seed packets that we don't actually really tend to use, but we should. And what else do we have? We have some Naked bars, Berry Delight. It has some sort of power bar. This is just a oat type one. More vegan bars. That's it bars. So these are just from Aldi and it's 100% fruit and it's just pressed fruit. More bars. So these are basically just little bars and snacks. Sorry for that abrupt ending, but I hope you really enjoyed this video, and remember to subscribe for more vegan videos. Bye, Pomelos!